What is up, everybody? Chris of Midlife Crisis Media here. Gonna start a little series of streams here for my Thursday night gaming streams. I'm gonna put aside the Sega Saturn for a while because I'm having some problems with getting the Polymega and my capture card and my PC to like jive, and they're not liking each other currently. So I was like, still want to stream. What can I stream? Well, Tron Ares is coming out in a month. Actually, a month from yesterday. And I just downloaded all these new Tron games that new to me. The one that I'm playing tonight, Tron Identity, came out about 2 years ago. There's a brand new one that came out this year, which is a sequel to this game, Tron Identity. It's called Tron Catalyst, that I've also downloaded that I want to stream. So I figured, since I'm a huge Tron fan, and I want to play these newer Tron games that I've picked up, why not just stream them and like celebrate the release of another entry of my favorite franchise, or one of my favorite franchises in films. So I'm going to play this new game, Tron Identity, which is a graphic novel, or what do they call it? A visual novel and / puzzle game. I've seen footage of it from when it came out in 2023, and it looks interesting. It's a lot of conversation trees, making choices, and then some light puzzle solving kinds of things. On the flip side, Catalyst is like a top-down twin-stick shooter. But I want to play this before I play that. Sadly, the thing is, this is on the Switch. The only place that this was released, it has never gotten a physical release. I was waiting for that, which is why I never downloaded it until like last month. But the only places this ever got a physical release was, a release at all, it's all been digital, is on the Switch and on Steam, which kind of sucks because I don't like either. But I figured, since I'm a huge Tron fan, I'm going to buy it if it does get a physical release at some point, but I want to play it now, so I forked up the dough and I did it. And I'm glad I did. So, let's get into this. I know next to nothing about this game. Think that's the right input? We're going to switch to? Oh, there it was. Okay. Let's get going. And I'm gonna sit here with the volume just in case it gets super loud. So let's do it. Let me know if you guys can hear the music. It just started when I hit start. Okay, it's going. Config, text speed, music, UI. No, that seems all pretty good. Endless mode, codecs. Just gonna go with new game. So I'm assuming this takes place around the time of Tron Legacy, or has to do with stuff from Tron Legacy. Because that was Flynn's arcade that we were seeing at the start. What's up, Peter? What's up, Peter's wife? Miss. I'm liking this already. It's got it's like the opening of the original Tron a little bit, and Tron Legacy. Music definitely reminds me of Daft Punk's music from Tron Legacy. But don't get me wrong, man, I am super hyped to hear what Nine Inch Nails came up with for the new movie. I have pre-ordered the vinyl special edition Nine Inch Nails website exclusive 2LP vinyl, and the special edition CD soundtrack through Nine Inch Nails website. And I'm going to order it digitally because I'm not opening those damn things. So, yeah, I can't wait. What's up, Epic Die Studio? I'm really excited to see what this is all about. Because I put off playing this for like 2 years. Okay, welcome to the grid program. To progress this story, press the next button. You can read at your own pace or progress automatically by pressing the autoplay toggle. If you miss something, there's a chat log on the pause menu. Text speed and scale can be adjusted for your comfort in settings. Are you ready to begin? Ah, yes, I was born ready. Initializing. It's a cold night in the city. Nothing new there. It would be nice if there was voice. This isn't 1993. You pull your coat tighter, feel the heat of its glow, a small comfort against the brittle rain. Across the park stands a repository, a grand building. It stands sentinel among all surrounding it. I missed that. Also, where you'll be working tonight. You step forward, taking in the data trees that flank your path. Suddenly, the screech of tires against asphalt to your left, the rhythmic pulse of a light cycle at full speed. You turn, seeing cold blue light racing towards you. Hold your ground. Watch, I'm going to die. You didn't dodge the light cycle. Suddenly, the screech of tires against asphalt to your left. You hold out your hand to stop. The cycle isn't slow. In fact, you could swear it accelerates, defiant. It blasts past you on your left. 2 more cycles follow. Yellow, core, whatever the racer did, it was bad enough. Jesus! To operate in a less polite world. Wow. You push forward more gingerly now. The park has fallen silent again. Good. The entrance to the repository stands a slab of a security program. His armor is scuffed and scratched, as is his face. A cruel smirk is attempting to break through his clenched jaw. A bit of trouble on the road there, Chief? Nothing I can't handle. He laughs. You didn't dodge the light cycle. Okay, so that's the choice. Next time, look both ways. You're not going to win a fair fight with a speeding light cycle. The laughing stops and is replaced by a stern frown. Can I help you? Greetings, program. Greetings, program. Cute. You can tell from the scowl that crosses the program's face that it isn't one for proper greetings. Who are you? You flash your badge. 4 squares of an arranged in a T. It designates you as a member of the Disciples of Tron. A detective. No boss, no assigned task, but uncovering truths. A professional observer. My name's Query. That's clever. Your boss called me in. Something happened here. Something big enough to bring in outside help. The program is taken aback. He steps away from the door and motions you in. You could have sworn you saw the light in his eyes, pulse with frustration. This isn't going to be an easy night. This will be easier if you work with me. Did I offend you? We're going to be good friends, I can tell. We're going to be good friends, I can tell. No answer. The program slams the door shut behind you, reactivating its glowing lock. No escape. Definitely not going to be an easy night. I'm digging this so far. I just wish it was... Oh, I can move the cursor around to look at things. Oh, that's how you play. Yeah, I guess. The lobby of the repository is beautiful. It demonstrates the same power as the exterior. Grish hustles you into the elegant space. You note that it is empty and quiet. Where is everyone? Beautiful. You work here? Where is everyone? It's late. Only a skeleton crew tonight. And the prisoner in the library. Prisoner? The entire tower takes... What? The entire tower... This entire tower only requires a skeleton crew to run. Prisoner? I'm not asking about the prisoner. Don't worry about it. Grish looks tired. It must have already been a long night. He growls. It wasn't my call to bring you in. I had this handled. I was about to begin my investigation. Investigating what? I can leave if you like. I imagine your boss felt otherwise. I'll say investigating what? You've been told nothing? I get the call. I run, program. Nothing at all. Maybe more than I'm letting on. I get the call. I run. Old school. I respect that. You can tell Grish isn't used to dealing with inquiries like yours. He ushers you past the lobby's vacated front desk toward an elevator. We've moved all non-essential staff to a secure location. I've been ordered to send you up to Prinz. He runs this tower, and he's taken the events of the night personally. They think you've stolen from his own personal collection. Maybe way he sees it, that's exactly what happened. There's been a robbery. That's right. Someone picked tonight to steal something precious from us. Prinz will fill you in on the details. I don't know them all yet either. I heard the explosion, activated the lockdown, and put things in order. Since then, I've been out here securing the perimeter and waiting for you to show up. You took long enough. I guess you're busy holding up traffic, not successfully, but I respect the effort. An explosion? Yeah, a long way up. I've not been up there yet, but it was loud. How tall is this building? 48 stories. Grish moves to the elevator. A keypad to its side awaits activation. He reaches out his hand at the panel. It hovers, a sharp intake of breath. What? Is there a problem? Grish stands in front of the panel, looking at it, then back to you. He's confused. He catches himself, confusion turning into frustration. Since the explosion, I've been missing things. Memories? Yes. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the explosion, but my memory access is failing me. There are holes. But, you're DOT, you said? Or Disciples of Tron? You can defragment identity disks, can't you? Recover memories? Say with consent. Yes. I grant it. Do what needs to be done. Here, take it. He hands you his disk grudgingly. Okay, here's a puzzle. Match the data cards to defrag the disk. Drag the circle card onto its matching neighbor. So L and A. Okay, L and A. Okay. with a 3. Okay. A 0. So it's got to be one of these. Okay, so a 2. Do that. No move is final. Undo any play at any time. Okay, so it wants me to undo a move. Stuck with the IA, make your next move a limited number of times per puzzle. It's like it wants me to do these things. So 0, 1, I need a 3 and a 4. I need an extra 2. Okay. So 0. So what am I don't get it. So 2. Knocks out a 1. I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing. Let's look at the rules again. Reduce the number of cards in a program's disk to match the target value. Clear the cards by dragging over other cards to knock them out. You can drag a card one or to 3 playable spaces in either direction, but not across the gap at the top of the disk. As you play, different errors and disk complexities will mix up the rules. Okay. I need to clear 8 cards, so let's undo everything. Okay. So I need to get a target of 1. So I need to have 1 left. Oops. See, I want to keep the 1. So let's try to keep all the 1s. Okay, so I got stuck again. Okay, so I need to undo. I guess I did it. Undo again. God damn. Okay, so hang on a second. So I need to have two of the same. Okay, so I think I'm starting to understand. I need to just eliminate. So I have 5 of the yellow and 5 of the orange. I need to eliminate all of those. Okay. Don't want to get rid of the 1. Memory restored. Okay. Took me 392.5 seconds. 15.7 microcycles. Okay, new disc color is white. View. Okay, continue. I did it. I did it. Yay. No achievements because this is on a Switch. You hand the disc back. Grish takes it, replaces it on his back. A slight pulse in his eyes signals the data refresh. Got it. Grish gives the slightest of nods. It's the closest you'll be getting to a thank you. He taps the code in the elevator, unlocking it. I've unlocked the repeat access rights for you. You'll be able to travel to any location Prinz allows. Thank you. Grish grunts. He's clearly frustrated to have shown his weakness to you. You move toward the elevator, but Grish puts out a heavy hand, blocking your path. I'm not going to let you do this without me. You could join me. Grish laughs. I don't join you, program. You join me. Whatever you want to call it. He nods. Alright then. You push forward, he's surprised. Let's work together. You reach out a hand, he takes it and shakes it. Alright. The most sincere smile of the night plays across Grish's face. Prinz's office is upstairs. He'll be waiting for you. For us. Anything more to do down here? Unless you wanted to have a sit down and watch the energy falls, no. The elevator door is open. Time to visit the man who called you here. Let's do it. So how's everybody doing tonight? Are you digging this so far? Prinz may consider this an office, but it's more of a shrine. User memorabilia lines the walls. Prinz stands by the window, looking out over the city. He turns and smiles at you both. You accept the Grish's help. You found a friend, Grish. Grish snorts. You hired one for me, Prinz. I did, and you seem exceptionally happy to have the company. Prinz chuckles to himself. Very glad you could join us, Query. You come very highly recommended. Reputation is everything. A program after my own heart. Prinz steps in front of his desk. He registers your confusion at the bright lights on its surface. A little showy, perhaps. I've been told it looks like a shrine, but much like the users, I enjoy a little theater. You didn't hire me to talk about desks. I'd rather get to work. What happened here? That's a longer conversation, I fear. Prinz smiles another smile. It's a smile calculated in its charm, the kind of self-conscious illusion of kindness that you've only seen in those with assured authority. Grish, still standing, tenses. He's seen that smile too many times. Tell me, Query, for whom do you fight? I fight for the users! Because I'm a disciple of Tron. That makes sense. Another smile, more sincere this time. You told Prince you had faith. Ah, traditionalist, a program after my own heart. A user set this world in motion with vision, purpose, a steadfast ethical framework. Prince steps back to the window. Flynn built this world for us, Query. He built us an ark safe from clue, from his intolerance to our kind. We must never forget what we owe, whose grace we rely upon. He saw the potential of the ISOs and our value. Your order was created with similar optimism. The disciples of Tron, independent seekers of truth in the face of tyranny. It's all very impressive, I'm sure. You, too, are a part of Flynn's design. Do not forget it. He will return. I was hoping that this would shed some light, or at least more light, on the ISOs from Tron Legacy. I am super, super excited right now. We owe him everything. I don't think he's coming back. Flynn's a fairy tale. I owe him everything. Or we owe him everything. We surely do, program. We surely do. Grish tenses. The boss and I have different views on the subject. I fight for the programs of the repository. In the war, they taught us to fight for the one next to us. Keep things simple. Prince frowns. Aww. Your loyalty to those around you is why I indulge your argumentative demeanor, Grish, but loyalty without faith is a fickle thing. Grish says, my faith is strong. Not entirely convinced, Prince moves towards a bookcase. My interest in the users goes beyond faith. I imagine you've noticed my collection. Very impressive. Thank you. Does any piece in particular catch your eye? The currency token, the colorful boxes. Currency token. Prince takes a small metallic disc from the shelf. Watch, it's a coin from Flynn's arcade. This is a quarter. Yep, this is a quarter, a unit of currency denoting 25% of a US dollar. It serves two primary purposes: the activation of gaming terminals and a rudimentary binary random number generator. That's awesome. The disc runs code. No, it is flipped with the resulting top face denoting a binary value. Users lack the observational skills to process every contributing input, so it works well enough. He flips the coin into the air, catching it. Call heads or tails. Heads. Alright, have a good night, dude. Looks at the cone. Oh, too bad. Prince puts the coin back on the shelf. Fascinating. Prince smiles. Indeed. Prince's face stiffens. For the first time, he lets the stress of recent events show on his face. Prince? It's impossible to tell if Grish is sympathetic or frustrated. Tonight, the unacceptable has occurred. Our repository has been broken into, and our work is in great danger. I'm sure Grish told you about the explosion, our vault. We have been attacked. I don't know for sure who did this, but I have my suspicions. I need to know who was responsible and what they stole from us. What was in the vault? A good question, I don't know. We serve at the pleasure of Core, and they move items in and out as they please. He looks down. I wish I had a better answer, but for now I'm as in the dark as you. My building is host to a great many treasures, but presumably tonight someone stole our greatest jewel. Prince gestures broadly. The programs with the answers are throughout this tower. I'm hoping that an outsider like yourself may be able to find the truth of all this. I'd start with the crime scene itself, or the suspect we already caught. It was necessary to contain the threat. Absolutely. Grish turns to you. A visiting dignitary. I don't like new faces, not when there's a coincidental explosion moments after their arrival. One of my men secured the prisoner immediately. We've created temporary accommodations in the library. Give my apologies to Ada when you see her. Not exactly her role to play jailer. I'll start with the vault. No need to tell me, program. The DOT are independent of my authority. I hope that you also remember your oath of non-interference. Come back here when you have anything to tell me or any questions I can answer. Prince's smile broadens. It's been a good talking to you, Query. I'll make it known to my staff that you are to be supported in your investigation. I believe you can do good work here. This is my repository. I'll do everything I can to help you. Come to me if you need anything. You leave the office and Grish follows. For the users. For the users! An opulent office from which the entire building is run. That's the admin office. The vault. Containment custom built for storing the most sensitive materials in the repository. The library, a vast library of curated data transformed into a temporary prison, and that's the front gate. Lobby. So let's go check out the vault. A memory of great energy hangs in the air. The vault, what's left of it at least, is incredible. Hot red light permeates every corner, highlighting the blue cracks and damage of the explosion. The heat of that light is matched only by the cold of the wind blowing through from outside. In the place of the vault interior, in the gaping wound of the blast, the light of the city outside is weightless. Slumped in the corner, you see the only other program present, a guard. An exhausted face looks up and back at you. Their clothes are more ornate than Grish's. This isn't one of his guards. A core honor guard, perhaps, maybe? What happened? A good question. You turn to Grish. How do you think we should approach this? I think the guards suffered enough for one night. Why don't you take the lead? Whatever they were guarding is gone. They didn't talk much after the explosion. I left them here to recover. He stands back by the door as you approach. Hey, what's your name? It's only now that you realize, looking at the guard, how young they are. Their hair and uniform are pretty messed up, but the guard isn't more than a kid. A kid left to guard something worth destroying this vault over. I'm Query, a DOT. I'm here to help. Okay. Am I in trouble? I think the trouble's past. This is going nowhere fast. The guard needs help. Luckily, this close to the blast, their entire memory is locked out. You kneel down in front of them, gesture towards the identity disc on their back. I'm Query, a DOT. You said that already. I did. If you let me, I can skim your disc, help put some of the details together, maybe start figuring out what happened here. Okay. They understand. You reach over and take their disc. Time to make some connections. Let's do it! Clear 2 cards of the same value consecutively. So it's pointing me at 1. So it's telling me what to do? Clear 2 cards of the same value consecutively. Okay. So... okay, so I can't cross over. Let's see here, what I got left. I got 3s, I got 1s, I got a 7. Not worried about the 6s. Let's see here. Okay, so I got the 2 3s right there. I need to get this 7 over here. Let's see here. I don't need the 4. I got rid of the 4. Well, shit. Yeah, I thought I got rid of the 4. I wanted to get rid of... yeah, shit. stuck again. Oh no. 3. 7. No. Dang it. So what other ones do I have? So I can't do the 7. I got a 6. I got a 1. I got a 4 and a 5. Nope. Okay, there's a 1. Let's try to do 3s and 1s. Whoops. Wrong button. Do a 3. 7, no. No. 4. Damn it! I don't want to get rid of the 1. See, I've got this totally screwed up. I got 3s, 7s, and 1s. Looks like the 1's not going to work. Yep, did it. I just did it. What the fuck? Oh, I see. It's not that. Okay, I got it. There we go. Okay. New memory, distractions. New error, blockers. New location, vault. You replace the disc on the guard's back. Cass, my name is Cass. To start, you smile and help Cass to their feet. What do you remember? They squint, considering. Not much. I remember the explosion, energy and light all around me for a microcycle, and then you. You look out at the gaping void of the vault and the city lights beyond. Do you remember anything else? Anything at all? Cass steps over to look out over the city with you. Like what? The program. Anyone else here before the explosion? What were you guarding? Are your superiors within code? Anyone else here before the explosion? Cass considers. I don't remember anyone. I was alone before it happened, I think. It's hazy. I'm trying to be helpful, I swear. It just all keeps slipping away through my fingers. The explosion fried their memories. You'll need to come back, work through this with them. Your only witness barely remembers anything beyond their name. Do you have any questions for me? 1. What's DOT? You chuckle. You've never been asked that before. Saying DOT tends to make programs less talkative, if anything. You ever heard of TRON? The program we fought for the users? Cass seemed confused by their own question. Huh, a story I remember being told a long time ago. You smile. Yes, well, my order bases itself on his example. Without And the allegiance part, we believe in finding the truth without fighting for any one side. Truth should exist outside of that. At least that's what I was taught. Although I have lost sight of that in the past. At least that's what I was taught. Cass nods solemnly. You walk back towards the door. Grish is waiting for you. Tough kid. Indeed. I've always admired the Core Honor Guard. Ruthlessly efficient. Best on the grid. You know Grish's respect, not something you've seen much of tonight. You hope it's well placed. We should move on. He's right. It's time. Perhaps the prisoner in the library will have more to say. The library is vast, undulating, distant platforms hang from the walls. The air is wet, the cold white glow of the space dreamlike, but it is the trees that make the grandest impression. Tall and old and impossibly complex. They curl and swirl and the energy falls before you. You've never seen anything like them before, not at this scale. Grish leans conspiratorially towards you. This isn't a place I'm comfortable, program. Learn what you want to learn about the library, but remember, we're here so you can question the suspect. You go to correct him, but before you can, you're interrupted. Ada says, you brought a friend, Grish. A program stands next to you, glowing white like the room around her. You enjoy my garden. I've never seen anything like this before. An intriguing detail. I don't understand. This is a library? I've never seen anything like this before. Her eyes dart across the space. So you have. This place is very special. She kneels down, checking the leaves of a tiny plant at her feet. She turns each over on her fingertips, inspecting them in turn. Content, she stands up, smiling again. Grish smirks. I am Ada. Welcome to my garden. It's beautiful. A different smile, something approaching pride. You have the sense she'd never admit as much, though. Thank you, Query. This is the greatest library on the grid. It is the centerpiece of the repository, to the very purpose of its existence. Before you lies the grand total of knowledge from nearly 2,000 cycles of our society. From the founders to this moment, all of it pristine. Ada walks over to a tree, grinding and towering. She reaches out a hand, brushes a leaf, letting its energy fizzle at her touch. A crackle of utter sonic complexity. You've seen trees before, I imagine? Of course. Do you know what they are? A decoration inspired by the users. They are certainly beautiful, but that's not the whole story. Trees are data, records of our history. Not individuals, but an entire society. They are a memory, at a cultural level. I understand you work with identity discs as part of your investigations. Has a similarity between these forms and that of the data you see in your travels never struck you as interesting? She pulls her hand away from the leaf. Your order, the DOT, you do not interfere. You seek truth, but seek to have no impact in the world you investigate. The echoes of your kind in my garden are quieter than most. You believe her. It's as intended. I have questions. I'm sure you do. Ask them. Take your time, and then I have someone to introduce you to. Remember why we're here, program. At multiple points in your investigation, you'll have the opportunity to dig deeper via your investigational choices, marked with a magnifying glass. Take your time to ask as many as you like, then move on. Okay. If trees occur naturally, why have a garden? I was expecting shelves and books. A laugh. As with Prince's shelves of user entertainments, I don't blame you. So much of our world is contextualized via the users and their arcane and oblique practices. I've been speaking to my guest at length on the topic. It's an irony that they had to cut down their trees and transform them into books. Our method is lossless. How long does it take to learn to read this data? How long did it take you to learn to read the data of an identity disk? To guide programs to the truth they already knew? It takes many cycles to study, but you don't learn much before you find yourself in the field. Precisely, it is the same with my work. As with many things, the library has no value without the one who can use it. If the trees occur naturally, why have a garden? She nods, respecting the question. It's one she has been asked before. The data of the trees in the wild is rich. They capture all around them, but the noise is too chaotic. Or is also chaotic, unguided, raucous even. I can't read. Blah, blah, blah. In my library, I can cultivate the data, refine it, prune it. I can find the truth and preserve it for future generations. That sounds like an enormous task. Or you mean you can rewrite it? You could swear you saw a microcycle of frustration cross the tepid serenity of Ada's face. I can provide lenses, frames. Data cannot lie, but I can help others to read it correctly. You are unconvinced. I know my role. Any memory loss? She looks confused. There seems to be some of it going around, maybe linked to the explosion? No, nothing. Maybe we're insulated from the bulk of it. The trees blocked the storm. Not all of them survived, though. Some of my saplings, the recent and obscure, seem to have been shattered by the force of the explosion. I may be able to rebuild, replant, but I am sure we have lost a great deal. Don't you have backups? She shakes her head. That would be illegal. Core demand that all curated data remain here in the library, accessible to them when desired. To take anything out of the building would be a crime. A pause. I am sorry for my outburst. It is a blessing you are here tonight. Flynn be thanked. Let's move on. As you wish. The librarian motions toward the center of the library. A platform juts out into the humid air. Please follow me to the observation deck. This is like some kind of like a noir novel, but just in Tron land. Please follow me to the observation deck. You accepted Grish's help, both of you. As you walk, she explains. Under normal circumstances, this is a space of tranquility. The observation deck provides a place to meditate, to consider the knowledge collected here. To knock on the sky and listen to the sound. That's, of all the things in Tron Legacy, like, I love the movie. I absolutely love it. But there are some lines of dialogue in it that are just absolutely stupid cringe. Like that. Knock on the sky and listen to the sound. That is so dumb. It isn't so bad when Flynn says it because it sounds something Flynn-like, you know, with that kind of hippie thing. But when Sam repeats it later, and Cora kind of does too, it just sounds so dumb. Okay, so under normal circumstances, this is a space of tranquility. The observation deck provides a place to meditate, to consider the knowledge collected here. To knock on the sky and listen to the sound, action without action, or a Zen thing. I'll say knock on the sky and listen to the sound because why not? To knock on the sky and listen to the sound. Ah, a student of Flynn. Some truths transcend the speaker. Indeed, you're in the right place. You continue walking. A bright energy field surrounds the end of the platform. Ada notes your reaction. A safety measure under normal circumstances. It would be unfortunate to fall from the perch. Grish smiles. And a perfect prison under irregular circumstances. You're not close enough to see the energy field has an occupant. An exceptionally tall figure, sitting cross-legged in its center. I will leave you alone with him. I encourage you to be respectful. This is, after all, an ambassador, a guest in my garden, and a traitor in our midst. Ada winces. My guest, Grish. Grish gestures her away. The man in the energy field looks up as you approach. Sad eyes peer out from the strangely pale face, faceted and lit by two bright eyes. It is a timeless face, and one you instinctively know has seen a great deal. Okay. I love how this is like pulling like a lot of things from Legacy, but kind of doing another thing with it. It's super cool. Unlock Sierra. Greetings, programs. Grish sneers. I'll say greetings. I should introduce myself. I am Sierra, ambassador for the Automata. Or Automata. I never could figure out how to say that word. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Query of the DOT. I've been asked to investigate events tonight. I've been told you are a criminal, but I will form my own opinion. You have my word. You nod respectfully. Grish grimaces, unimpressed. Well, he's a thug. Sierra smiles. You find yourself fascinated by the structure and patterning of his face, the way it contorts in a flawed attempt to mimic a very user expression. You try not to stare. He notices. I am your first automata, Query. Yes, I'm sorry for staring. He looks at you quizzically. It can be strange to be exposed to the new. The automata have kept to ourselves for some time. It's reasonable that the rest of society would be surprised by our appearance. Because they have kind of like a weird face. In truth, I am proud of the difference. We choose not to look like the users of myth, but walk our own path. You look user-ish? I stared only because you look transcendent. Thank you. This is only a pale approximation of my true form, however. Among your kind, I do what I can to approach the aesthetics of a user. I've been told it makes you more comfortable to be reminded of your myths. His smile broadens. Little narcissistic, I think. Let's get to the matter at hand. My crimes? Grish steps forward. You know what you did. Grish, do you even know what you're accusing me of? Grish tightens, his frustration growing. Directness seems to be the best path. Did you cause the explosion? Did you steal something? Are you innocent? I say, did you cause the explosion, Sierra? Sierra smirks sarcastically. Of course I did. I did a little arson, and then immediately made myself available to your friend and his charming team. Grish's fists tighten. A flash of light plays across his eyes. Tell the truth, liar. The prisoner stands. Slowly. He is a giant, almost twice your height. He looms over you. There is great strength there, but also a gentleness to his posture, his movements. I am not your enemy, Query, and I don't believe you are mine either. I will happily answer your questions if you return to me. I will help in every way I can, but I fear I am as ignorant as anybody else here. He points at Grish. But that one cannot join us again. His mind is locked on target. He will not find your real culprit for you. Sierra turns his back to you. Your conversation is over for the time being. Prinz needs to hear what happened here. That's cool. You can kind of adjust the view a little bit. Okay, so let's go talk to Prinz. You still there, Peter? Or did you fall asleep too? I can imagine this is not the most exciting thing to watch somebody play since it's basically all dialogue. But it is Tron, so for me, like, all this extra information and opening up the world a little bit is super awesome. So, if I remember correctly, I was watching this YouTube channel called Daily Dose of Tron, who's been, I only recently found him, but he's been doing stuff like Tron related for years. And I think he called this the ISO grid. So that's kind of cool. The office is still as grand and impressive as it was the last time you were here. You and Grish approach, silent. A silent nod indicates that your colleague wants you to take the lead again. Prince stands at the window as you approach. He turns. A smile of recognition. Welcome back, program. How are things? A shrug. I fear things have continued to slide in your absence. I find myself increasingly forgetful. Some kind of lasting symptom of the explosion, you think? That seems to be the case. I've heard. I find it profoundly unsettling to be myself, but also to have parts missing. I'm a program that prides myself on my memory. My user given... No, I go too far. I thank the users for my gifts, of course. Prinz looks out the window. Tonight I am jealous of the programs out there who continued their ebb and flow, untouched by what has happened here. How many programs function entirely in the dark? How many remain ignorant? So peaceful. Isn't this place built to keep them ignorant? Prinz recoils. What do you mean? I spoke to the librarian. Then you know the objective is not to hide, but to frame information. Prinz wobbles slightly, imperceptibly. Grish notices. Are you alright, Administrator? He straightens. Of course, I'm just a little off balance from tonight's events. I find it hard to focus in on the detective's points and questions. I've forgotten so much from earlier. You can help, program? I can. Then do it, please. Help me put things back together a little. Prinz takes the disc from his back, hands it to Grish, who hands it to you. Clear 5 cards out of the same suit consecutively. That's some bullshit. So 6 and 6. You cannot do anything with locked cards until your next move. Six, 0, 1, and 4. The same suit, not the same number. I gotcha. Okay. God damn it. So I done purple. God damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. Okay. Purple. Crapola. This is tough. It's telling me to undo my move. Because this game's a bitch. He's telling me to undo it again. Okay, then you play the fucking move. It won't do it. So go fuck yourself. You bitch. It's like it's all I can do. Yeah, everything is spaced in a way that I can't do anything. Okay, that's some bullshit. Okay, so wrong goddamn button again. Okay, 1. No. 2. 3. 4. Come on, all I need is this 1. That's a crock. Maybe I just needed to get rid of a bunch of them. 1. This is some bullshit. Yeah, like I'm screwed again, kind of. God damn it, can you like let me do what I need to do? It's not that. 3. 4. Damn it! It's like I'm stuck again. I just need one more. It's like you need to be able to see like 4 moves ahead. Did I do it? I think I did it. I think I just did it. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to clear everything out. Why won't it let me do anything? Why are you telling me to undo the move when I've got it? God damn it. What are you doing? Oh, man. My ass is going numb. I hate sitting on this couch. Okay, so that's the only move I have is to move one of these two. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Okay, so I do this. Undo move. Son of a bitch. There we go. Took me long enough. You hand the disc back to Grish, who places it on Prince's back. Prince stretches, rolling his neck, and smiles to himself. Ah, that's better. He turns to face you. So what is your conclusion in this case? It's too early to say. I don't trust Sierra, the ambassador. Cass in the vault is hiding something. Grish here seems distracted. It's too early to say. Yes, quite. I respect your discretion in this matter. How long does this usually take? As long as it takes. Watch your tone, program. Prince tightens. Time is short, and it is important your work here is swift. I am, of course, comfortable to answer any questions you may have of me, or Grish here, before you resume your investigation. Ask as many as you like. How will Sierra's fellow programs react to his imprisonment? How will Sierra's fellow programs? Yes. Prince laughs. Not well, I imagine. As you no doubt gathered from your conversation with him, his kind, the automata, stand directly opposed to the sanctity of our civilization. They blaspheme and they mock, and they bring nothing to back up their outlandish claims. They refuse the existence of the users, but can provide no evidence of their absence. It is infuriating. Prince shrinks back a little from his tirade. More of his kind every day, making demands of the rest of us. I sincerely hope they are not foolish enough to start a fight over this. You are uncertain of his sincerity. How long before the explosion did Cass arrive with the item for storage? Barely enough time for us to register the arrival on our systems. Whoever did this, they knew ahead of time. They planned this. It's not good. Points to someone with information about our procedures. What's far worse than that, it implies the involvement of someone with information about the procedures of Core. Prince winces. Whoever did this knows more about the comings and goings of our vault than I do. Why hide away all this information? Did Ada not give you her usual speech about pruning and refining information? Prince smiles. We don't hide anything. We maintain society via careful control of data. It requires a delicate and respectful touch. There is information that can kill, program. That does not sit well with you. No, it does not. No more questions. As you wish. Prince's head tilts slightly to the side and raises 2 fingers to his ear. An incoming message. Yes. Where? I see. He looks back at you, a determined flash to his eyes. It would appear we have an issue. Where? Prince appears shaken. My exterior guards tell me a known criminal has just landed on the building. Her name is Proxy. Have you encountered her before? The name rings a bell. It should. I believe she is wanted for a number of crimes, some of the worst imaginable. Grish tenses. I have a feeling Grish has everything to do with this. She's a thief, a pirate, no respect at all for the work done here. Prince goes to his shelves and begins to pack a few items into a small bag. There is no coincidence. She must surely be involved in the theft tonight. I am moving to a secure location. Grish, you're coming with me. As you wish. Query, for my security, I'm afraid I can't tell you where I'm going. I will still be in the repository. I will just be unavailable for now. He finishes filling the bag up and seals it. I know your order doesn't engage in ongoing events that you are forbidden from interfering, but I need you to reconsider that oath in service of myself, our work, and Core. I need you to go up there and meet this interloper, and I need you to find out her involvement in the vault explosion and prevent her from doing any more damage. When the time is right, I will return. I cannot break my oath. Then investigate. Interview her. I trust you'll make the right decision, if one must be made. He picks up the bag and heads for the elevator. Grish follows behind. Disc in hand. She's on the landing pad, Query. I suspect some of your answers are up there with her. Okay, let's go up to the roof. The landing pad. The landing pad juts out of the side of the repository like a grid bug clinging unsteadily to a mountain. You're starting to relate to grid bugs. You're the negotiator. You have never interacted with an active crime directly. The disciples of TRON investigate. They do not instigate. Incoming data can be stored or transferred to crates like this for transport to the library or vault. For convenience, Core will often store data trees and records in crates elsewhere, then transport them via recognizer, carrier ship, or light rail. You found a lot of clues in the past by skimming these crates. Programs can be careless with the amount of data they leave lying around. In this case, it's unlikely that you'll find anything of value. Whatever happened here happened recently. The information you need is held by witnesses and programs around you. A yell tears through the rain, breaks your process. Greetings, program. She stands in the center of the platform. Behind her, a stolen recognizer takes off, soaring back into whichever corner of the city it's usually hidden. She walks towards you. Her swagger implies casual charm, but you can sense a readiness to strike. Danger may not be present, but it is certainly pre-cached. I said, greetings, program. A playful anger crosses her eyes. Do you have a name? You first. She laughs. Ah, is that the level of negotiation I can expect? How fantastic. I'm Proxy. I'm sure you've already been told a great deal about me. I know you're a thief. Absolutely, unashamedly. She has a little sarcastic bow. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. I think we're going to be very good friends, Detective. She's toying with you, testing your boundaries. Before you ask me your questions and we get to negotiating, what happens next? I have one pressuring question, if I may. Shoot. It's less of a question than an observation, really. It unsettles me. My question is, why is this landing pad not secured? No guards, nothing preventing my landing, unloading. My code whispers trap to me. I should have been surrounded by 6 angry programs with discs in hand the moment I set foot on such sacred ground. The word sacred was stressed, ringed for every available drop of sarcasm. No offense, but you're not as scary as the welcome I anticipated. Something happened here? Are the usual programs occupied? There was an explosion. She nods, play acting, taking new information on board, pondering, considering the nuances of this new revelation. All in order to mock you for not realizing she was already aware, no doubt. An explosion tore apart your vault, and when someone like me sees that happen to a facility legendary for its security, I think to myself, maybe there's an opportunity there. And then when I arrive and see that the guards have scattered elsewhere, I become certain that there is an opportunity. She gestures at you. You're all they had to send up to me, no doubt triggering, yeah. How did I get triggering from tightening? No doubt tightening security around the zealot Prinz. How is Grish, by the way? Doesn't seem very happy at my presence. No, he's not one to enjoy interference. We fought together in the war. I think we took wildly different lessons from our time together. The first sign of weakness. A little sadness crosses her face. It's gone in an instant. Can't talk. Partitioned away under layers of bravado. I'm here because I see an opportunity to take something of my own, while you're busy chasing around that other thief. Why tell me? Because it's fun to have an audience. She smiles, but knows that's not a good enough answer. You're DOT. You investigate, you don't prevent. I'll be long gone before your case officially opens against me. You'll never find me. She's working very hard to appear confident. It's almost working. Confident but out of boasts. Query. Ask your questions then. Tell me what you're going to steal. Data. There are great secrets being kept in this building. One in particular has infinite value. I need it. She smiles, empowered even by the idea of it. What data? Data our leaders tell us doesn't exist. When Flynn created the grid, he left behind code which would empower a program in ways we cannot imagine. Give them abilities beyond anything any program has ever possessed. I will find that code tonight. It's here somewhere. Where? I don't know. I will. Tell me about the war. She looks down. Nothing to tell, a bad time. I'd rather forget. I could help with that. She recoils. Keep your hands away from my disc if you want to keep them, program. Are you going to hurt programs tonight? Only those I need to. Those that get in my way. Matter of fact, to the point, no bravado. Terezing is easy for you? She gestures as if throwing her disc. It's all in the wrists. I do what I have to survive. She holds her eyes, no budge. Let's move on. Good, I think I'm done talking. Her tone has shifted. The bravado of earlier has slipped away. She's finished playing. I'm going to walk past you now. I'm going to walk past you and into that repository. Once there, I will do what I have to do to find what I came for. You need to get out of my way. She reaches to her back, draws her disc. It sparks and shivers with energy. You have no doubt she knows how to use it. I'm not your enemy. Good, don't forget it. A bullying tone, you don't like it. You wonder how she'll use this power she covets. And then it happens. She moves fast, closing the gap between you and holding her disc to your neck. You feel a sizzle of it brush against you. You instinctively draw your own disc, just like you were taught. You hold it millimeters from her neck. A few particles of her hair turn to light and drift off the platform, sliced by your weapon. Your fast program. She jumps back, adopting a throwing stance. You mirror her. Stop, I don't want to fight. I promise you, unless you lower your disc, there will be one. And it will be brief. She stands ready, a stalemate. This moment matters, a choice either way. Ooh, do I drop my disc? Or do I throw it at her? Throw my disc. A moment matters, a choice either way. You flick your wrist, the disc flies at proxy. It's not a strong throw, but it doesn't need to be. It's perfectly aimed. It hits her square in the chest, cutting through instantly. She turns to light in front of you, then shatters, washed away by the wind and rain. No one else needs to get hurt tonight. All that remains of proxy is your disc. You pick it up, make a mental note to pass it to Prinz when you see him again. Your ethical standards prevent you from skimming a program who can no longer consent. A pity, you imagine this disc would be fascinating. The rain continues to smash the landing pad. You stand alone. You did that which no DOT must ever do. You made a decision. It's becoming a dangerous habit tonight. It's so cold out here. I did a bad thing. Let's go back to the vault. The vault is as much as you left it. Outside, the falling debris of the explosion have stopped, and the room has begun to cool from the rain and wind outside. Unlock energy bridge. The crystallization of energy into solid barriers and surfacers is standard on the grid, but some vestigial instinct in your code makes you uncomfortable stepping out onto one. You understand that vertigo is ridiculous in this context, yet it lingers. The bridge is uniquely uncomfortable given its extension across the broken detritus of the vault. You're taking more risks than you're used to. Cass stands by the hole in the wall, the vault wall. They look more confident than you remember, more ready. Hello, Query. You okay? Be careful out there. I need your functioning. How's the view? You okay? They turn to you. Not at all, no, but I appreciate you asking. They reach out into the void. The rain feels peculiar to me. It shouldn't. It's rain. Most common thing on the grid, right? It comes and goes. So why is it so strange? They withdraw their arm, wipe it dry on their robes. It's cold out there. Especially so tonight. It's strange to me too, the sensation. They walk over to you. I apologize, ignore me. Everything feels strange right now. They are clearly still suffering from the damage they took in the explosion. How goes the investigation? I don't know who I can trust. Neither do I yet. I hope you can help me with that. Small smile, which swiftly drops from their face. And now new programs are joining us. New faces for me to try and remember. You heard about Proxy? I did, from Prinz. He made Grish bring him here to meet me. Apparently he had to see me for himself. He seemed scared. Prinz, I mean. Grish seemed to be quite excited by the idea of a fight. It's endlessly fascinating to you how fast information travels in confined spaces. Ironic to see the same in a place so defined by secrecy. UG-Res Proxy. She poses no risk to you. I dealt with the issue. Dealt? You say nothing. Cass seems frustrated. Whatever I was guarding, it's safe to assume I failed in my task. I can't let that happen ever again. Meaning? Meaning I want to help you. This is not uncommon among victims of crime, the need to contextualize themselves as active participants by assigning themselves blame. Claw back some autonomy. Victims are usually blameless. Sometimes, though, we need to find out what was stolen. Okay. You nod. They remove their disc and hand it to you. Their hands are shaking. Are you scared? We don't have to do this. Are you scared? Yes, a little of what I'll find out. They smile bravely. I want to know the truth of this just as much as you. More, possibly. The disc holds an answer. Oh, another defrag puzzle. Yay! 3 cards. Clear 3 cards of the same value consecutively. Same value. Shit, I'm doing it wrong again. God damn it, Chris. I keep on thinking it's like a repeat of the last one. Okay. Same value. So 5s. Okay, gotta figure this out. Okay, I got a 6 there. And 6 there, so if I take this 5, I can't do anything with it. 5. Nope. 7. No. 5. No. 9. No. An 8. Yes, I do have an 8. God damn. Why can't this just be Tetris? So it has to be 3 of the exact same value. That... A 0. See, I don't have any other zeros except one just that. So I got 7s. A lot of 7s. Let's go back. So I have to get rid of an 8. Right here. Okay, so wait a minute. Back. A 4. A 4. Okay. Four. No. What in the hell, man? 4. Four. Okay. Now I just need to do the rest. Okay. Is that the fastest I've ever done one of these? Because that was stupid. You hand the disc back and Cass replaces it on their back. Oops, wrong button. Their eyes flash as they sink. Silence. Anything? They look at you. No. They look uncomfortable, frustrated. I don't know what was stolen or who stole it or... It's okay. No, no, it's not. There's tears swell in Cass's eyes. I want to be helpful, I really do. I want to be the one who cracks the case and finds out what happened here with you. I know there's something in there. I'm missing it. You know they want to help. This is heartbreaking. Cass falls to their knees, shaken. You kneel down to join them. I don't remember anything or anyone. I was alone in the vault. An explosion. Oblivion. Wait. Did they... You were in the vault? Yes, of course. That's where you found me. You were here for the explosion? You knew that already. You were alone. Realization dawns on Cass's face. I was alone. New information, not much, but something to build on. The explosion was triggered remotely. Could someone have been hiding in here with you? I have to ask, did you set the explosives? Cass searches what memory they have rebuilt. It's possible, but I can't remember seeing an explosive. I feel like I'd remember placing them, pressing a button or something. You believe them. In their current state, it will be hard to tell a convincing lie. It doesn't add up yet. You help Cass back to their feet. We'll get there. I hope so. It's a way away, though. For now, they're right, but you have something to ask the others about now, at least. Do you have any suspects at all? Only one. Sierra. But something seems off, doesn't it? You'll get to him soon. Cass nods and looks back at the window. What is this? Another vault. Below you spot another vault among many. There's no telling how many are stowed away in this space. What could be in each of them? Core have kept a tight lid on innovation and free thinking for hundreds of cycles. The detective in your code aches to discover their mysteries. You wonder how and why the thief chose to steal the contents of this specific vault. What made them overlook the one above? Inside knowledge? A blind guess? You respect their request and leave the vault, and leave as the vault continues to cool. Okay. Let's go back up to the office. Because I knew there was things in here. You enter Prince's office. He and Grish are long gone. I just want to see these things. Bookshelves. Prince's collection is as broad as it is impenetrable. Books, recordings, sculptures, and children's toys. You're unsure how many of these items are reconstructions, originals, or replicas, but given that their origin is the outside world, the distinction seems semantic. You may have an opportunity to investigate if Prince leaves, but for now you don't want to frustrate him by touching his treasures. For the time being, the contents are a mystery. Prince's desk. A beautiful desk sits in the middle of the office. Ornate light carvings reflect the circuitry of the first ENCOM server, gesturing to the very earliest history of our kind. You suspect it's not something Prince uses often, more of a statement piece. Light flows across its surface, with particles floating upwards. It's more of an altar than a desk. Like everything else in the room, it is created to celebrate and elevate the users. Prince lives in their shadow, or from his perspective, perhaps in their light. And then there was one other one, wasn't there? Yeah. You look around. This is a good opportunity to explore Prince's collection of user artifacts. Look at the book. Tucked away on a shelf is a thick, heavy book. Its cover shows an abstract landscape rendered in bright yellow and polygons, not dissimilar to views you've seen at the outskirts of the grid. In white block capitals, it says ARC X0711 beneath instruction manual. You flick through. This is a description of a machine, but specifically a machine for housing programs. You blink. This is a book about the machine in which the grid resides, some kind of guide for users. This is profound. You skim back through the book to the introduction and begin to read. Jump aboard the ARC X0711 and be swept away to a future like none you can imagine. Congratulations on your new purchase. With the unique technology at the heart of ENCOM computers, you can feel confident that no matter what the task, your hardware will be up to the challenge. So sit back, relax, and float above the flood of lesser hardware with the powerhouse you can take with you. Keep reading. You keep flicking through sections on specific software, spreadsheets, word processing, games. You remember hearing wise programs speak of other computers, the many grid theory. This book seems to back that up. It implies that many users have their own computers. The concept is terrifying. Too deep now. Continue reading. You find a section with strange words and symbols. They call it code. Instructions, ancient runes with which one can actually build a program. This is Flynn's method. This is how we created this place, how he created us. No. It is said that we manifested later, but Flynn seeded the world with this code. This is the recipe for life itself. Put it back. You replace the book on the shelf, a little shaken by how close you just were to truths you cannot fathom. A shiver, and then your focus returns. Look at the small statue. You walk over to the shelves on the left. There's the other one I remember seeing. There was the window. Unlocked grand window. Outside you see the vertical slice district laid out before you. This was the beginning of the city, the first foothold on the ARC server. Oh, this is the ARC server. Okay. Over 1,000 cycles it has persevered and maintained the aesthetics of Flynn's master server. So this is a side server to the one from Legacy. Tradition defines it. You can imagine why Prinz likes the view. Your work takes you to all corners of this grid, but of all the districts, vertical slice makes you the most uncomfortable. The forced nature of it, the programs miming out traditions they never experienced firsthand. Sometimes you're more sympathetic to automata than you'd like to admit. Okay, so I walk over there and take a look. The small statue sits on the shelf. It's simple, white plastic with printed blue highlights, but you recognize it instantly as TRON himself and take it from the shelf. You've never seen a statue like this before. Intricate hinges attach his limbs. You can fold and move them in a simulation of movement. That's funny. Is this a user toy? If so, do the users know the story of TRON too? Consider the object. You were raised with the stories of TRON, his fight for the users, his eventual disappearance. The disciples of TRON model themselves on his example, seeking truth and justice, standing up to power new or old. TRON was programmed to fight for the users, but the DOT fight only for the truth. You'd like to meet him one day, if he still functions. Put it back. You place the statue delicately back where you found it. Look at the paper clipping. You walk over to the shelves on the right. A slightly crumpled piece of paper is tucked between two other boxes. You pull it out. It's an article of some kind. You read it. Renaissance Man by Ethan Romero. The first thing I learned about Edward Dillinger was his taste in helicopters. As I sat waiting for him at the rooftop bar of 1 Moss Street, I was startled to see a jet-black helicopter fly past the window, illuminated decadently with red strip lighting. My subject would later explain to me that he found the red glow soothing after a long day staring at computer screens, but to me it was pure showmanship. It's kind of cool they're calling back to the first movie. This doesn't make a lot of sense. Keep reading. You skip forward a few paragraphs. Dillinger laughs, his English lilt giving him an impression of a man out of time, a man from a more sophisticated past, perhaps? Of course, this is an illusion. My subject is a man of the future, a great inventor, famous for his pioneering work in artificial intelligence. He waves any celebration away, of course. For him, his proudest work is in the field of arcade video games. He aspires to be an artist in the field, and envisions a day where these electronic fancies are as celebrated as poetry, music, and film. And we know in the movie that he stole them from Flynn. I chuckle at this, but he seems ardent. You've never heard of this man. Read a little more. You skip a few more paragraphs ahead. Dillinger has recently crafted his most important invention of all, a son. I ask him if Eddie Jr. shares his inventive streak. This is the character that Evan Peters plays in TRON Ares. How far in ahead did they set this stuff up? That is cool, because in TRON Legacy, Dillinger has another son, and it was played by Cillian Murphy, who was called Julian Dillinger. So you would think that unless they had Ares already set up at this point when they were making this game, that they would have put Julian in there. But they put they would have put Julian in there, but they put Eddie Jr. in there instead. That's cool. He assures me that Eddie is already showing an aptitude for mathematics and computing. He's a born leader too, with a ruthless command of the sandbox. He's running rings around the kindergarten teachers. Dillinger tells me the boy doesn't suffer fools gladly, like father, like son. There's only so much sycophancy. God. You can stomach at a time, especially for a user you've never heard of. Tuck it back away. Return the clipping to his notebook on the shelf. Look at the blinking device. The device blinks with a red light in the corner. You pick it up. A small button's covered surface. The blinking light radiates from a tiny screen. You carefully press one, and a simple image on the screen blinks to the right. Another button, and the image blinks left. Curious. It's a football game from the original Tron. You press another button, and the image blinks up the screen. You realize these buttons indicate movement. You press another button to the right, and a smaller image blinks out of the first. This is some kind of representation, a simulation. Is the first image a program and the other a disc being thrown? This is the frickin' Tron game I have sitting on my entertainment system right now. Why would Prince have such a thing? Why would anyone bother to make it? I wish I could see it, because that sounds exactly like the Tron Tomy light up like LED game that I have. Look at the jacket. You walk over to the shelves on the left. You reach for a jacket hanging in the corner. It's Flynn's jacket. An odd garment, gray chest and cuffs with red sleeves. The collar looks vaguely military, and two large pockets flank the chest. A practical item. You've never seen anything like it. No light, and the material feels alien, otherworldly. Did this belong to a user? Someone important enough for Prince to have it? Investigate further. You poke the strange clasps, presumably designed to hold it together. Ever the detective, you reach carefully into a pocket. Your hand brushes over some small cards. You pull them out. Duplicates. Each one printed in bright red. Flynn's Arcade. I knew it was Flynn's jacket from the first movie. Huh. You place the jacket carefully. Rather not anything was out of place for Prince's return. You take one last look at the place. Next time you're here, you'll see Prince back at the window. So I found all the places I need, like the points of interest. Excuse me. I guess that's it. He probably won't let you look at his toys again. It's good that I went back up there. Okay, so I think I'm going to call the stream there. I think I can... Can I save from here? Okay. So I'm going to call the stream there. I'm really liking this. I like how it's calling, like, it's culling information from both movies. That's really cool that it's got, like, the background, the design of the grid that was on the wall in Legacy in Flynn's basement lab, which is awesome. I like all the little throwbacks and like all the extra information you're getting. I hope we learn a lot more about the ISOs. That's one of the things I wanted them to expand upon a lot in Legacy, and they kind of didn't, which is one of the only things I really have to complain about that movie. But I'm glad we're getting more information. It's obviously tying into Ares a little bit with talk of Dillinger Jr. So this is pretty awesome. So I am going to stream this again next Thursday. I hope you will join me to continue the story and get as geeked out as I am. I will talk to you all later. Have a great night, everybody. Stay safe out there. Next Thursday, I will talk to you. God, I can't... Why does this thing keep doing this? What the hell is going on here? Oh, that. I must have hit something. Okay. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Chris of Midlife Crisis Media out.